Welcome into Mint Condition. I'm Michelle Steele. It's a matchup for the ages, Notre Dame versus Alabama for the national championship on Monday. And we're very happy to have Mike Golics, Sr.
There you go.
On with us today. Mike and his brothers played for the Irish in the 70s and the 80s, and Mike has two sons who are on the squad. I don't know if you know this, Mike, but one of four pairs of brothers on the team.
It's pretty cool. Yeah,
definitely.
We're some proud dads and moms,
yes.
That's for sure.
Not casual fans by any stretch of the imagination.
We're kind of involved.
I want you to think long and hard about this question.
Okay.
Mike. Will you be watching this game on Monday?
Oh my gosh, I'd play in this game if I could. The only problem, the great thing about it is if my boys win this game, they'll be able to hold that over my head for the rest of my life.
Pretty
my brother
great.
Bob won a title in '77. If
Sure.
my boys win it, I'm the left out one.
Pretty great. It's every kid's dream is to one up dad, of course. No, as a fan and as a dad on Monday, is there anything that you're going to be looking out for? Anything that you want to sort of keep from that game as a keepsake?
I think the big thing will be jerseys. I know I kept my jerseys when I played. My brother Bob, my brother Greg had their jerseys. I played in a couple of bowl games and kept those jerseys. Those are probably the best keepsakes, I think, for us. I know my sons, one thing they've done at Notre Dame a bit is they play in the places like the neutral sites, and for that they get sometimes different uniforms, jerseys or helmets. So the boys have been hanging on to their helmets and jerseys from those games.
Yeah.
So that's kind of been the big things in our house is the jerseys and the helmets.
Do you guys keep the ticket stubs too?
My wife, you know what?
All that?
My wife has done that with the ticket stubs. And one other thing that my wife loves to keep, the boys, they go to mass before each game and they get a medal for that mass from one of the saints, and they give it to my wife, and she's made a necklace out of it.
Wow.
Yeah, I mean, it's
cool.
really, really a cool thing, but she does save the ticket stubs.
Now, you captained the team as a senior. Is there anything that you kept from that era that's still near and dear to your heart?
You know what I did, it's kind of weird, near and dear to my heart, because I wore over my heart was my shoulder pads.
Really?
Yeah. I hung on to my shoulder pads. My senior year, what you do your senior year is you grab everything. You get a bag and you try and throw as much as you can into that bag and take it from cleats and things.
Great.
But the things that really get shown the most are helmets and jerseys.
Yeah.
Shoulder pads are I kind of put those on my kids as they were growing up to see when they would fit into them.
Have you washed them since?
The shoulder pads?
Yeah.
Oh no, that would take all the blood, sweat, and tears out of it if I washed it, and they really stink.
Now, let's talk about two different, I'll take your word for that on that one. Let's talk about two different fan bases that you are very intimately acquainted with. You've got Notre Dame, and you've got your experience with the Eagles as well. Two very devoted fan bases. How are they the same? How are they different?
Well, I think the biggest difference is with Notre Dame is a national fan base. You know, there are a lot of certainly huge teams out there, college teams, but for Notre Dame, when we would go on the road, Penn State, USC, Texas, wherever, there would be thousands of fans waiting everywhere for us at the airport or at the hotel. I was always stunned at that, at what a national team it was. Philadelphia is obviously for your city in the NFL. Each city is crazed kind of about their team, and they're nuts there. They are so passionate, and I dig it. You know, they're blue collar. I was a blue collar player. They're passionate. If you're not playing well, they'll let you know about it, and I have no problem with it. I've been booed more than a few times in my life, sometimes on the field, sometimes at home, and I usually deserve it. But I get it from them. I love the passion of the Eagle fans, but the Notre Dame experience is such a national experience.
Yeah. Which sort of segues, I guess, into our next question is what we ask a lot of former professional athletes is, what was your craziest autograph or kind of a wacky fan experience that sort of sticks with you?
The one that sticks with me without a doubt is I think I signed two babies. Which
at the same time?
No, not at the same time. Two different experiences.
Okay.
And I kept begging, and it was one time a father asked, and I said, Baby humans, yes, baby humans. Good point. Good clarification.
I know you're a dog guy.
There you go. A father would ask, and I said, listen, A, are you nuts? Sign your actual kid, and B, there's not a chance I'm signing a baby on your okay. You got to get the mom's okay. So each time, the mother, it was insistent. I'm like, come on, you really want me to sign your kid?
Yeah.
And they'd be like, yeah. So I've signed two babies and more than a few arms of adults.
Like the shoulder pads, those babies are unwashed to this day. Mike
That
Golic,
would be
sorry
just
about
awful.
that. Thank you so much, Mike Golic. And here comes
pleasure.
the resume. NFL vet, Notre Dame Fighting Irish alum, Mike and Mike host, Super Dad.
Wow.
For a chance to see Mike and his sons, check out the game Monday at 8 p.m. on ESPN. And watch ESPN. I hear he's going to be there. I'm Michelle Steele for Mike Golic. We'll see you guys next time.